Hello chaps and chapesses, and it's time to play Feed the Beast. Oh yes. So, let me get my basic armor supplies on here. Here we are at the very start area that you would join when joining the server. The server goes by the name of Asgard. A few basic screens here with some basic rules and banned items which you can review in your own time. A couple of disabled mods, and basically an introductory message and basic rules again. Been looking for a Feed the Beast server to play on for quite a while now, so was happy to eventually find one. Very friendly bunch. When you first joined, you get people welcoming you, which is always a good sign. It's a PvE server, so it's no PvP. You're not going to have stuff, and again, you have to apply to join. It's a simple application process, and it's not anything difficult, but it just cuts down on the number of potential griefers. So the server is run, owned, adminned by a person called Ollie. And he has been building up this spawn area, and the server's been going for a couple of months now apparently, and I've got to say the spawn area is mighty impressive. There's a lot of structure here. What I'll do is, as I have a jetpack, I've been playing for a wee bit, I'll go up and show you up here. You'll get a nice overview of the area. So here is the kind of spawn platform area, and basically some beautiful walkways, trees, greenery, massive columns. These columns all house staircases, so you can get up to this top level in order to have a look around. Basically the protected spawn area is about 1,000 blocks by 1,000 blocks. That's so he's got plenty of time and place to expand, and I'll show you some of the buildings he's been doing. So one of the first ones that we have down here, again this is all protected area, all protected, all protected. Another little building here, well I'll say little, it's a massive building here. A couple of screens, again with rules and instructions. So basically just walk straight down from the spawn pathway down to here to get into this room. This room doesn't really serve much of a purpose at the moment from what I can see, but it is certainly pretty big again, which is very nice indeed. Around over, oops, this way. I'm getting lost already. One great thing about the Feed the Beast mod pack is the mini-map in the top right corner, so that really helps you to get around and find out where you're actually needing to go. So that's pretty good. Over here is another big building that he's working on. This is going to be the bank. Now, what sort of function the bank's going to have at this stage, I am not too clear on. But again, as you can see, another massive structure that he's been building. I'm very impressed with the size of the structures and the amount of details, and although it's fairly simple when you look at them, just the sheer scale and everything is really quite impressive of what's been done on this one. So yeah, this is still a work in progress, so I'm sure we'll revisit this at another stage once it's actually completed. Very nice. And there's one other big bit which has been completed, which is going to be a server market area. Again, this spawn town is still in production, so none of it is finished at this stage. And to really appreciate the scale of everything here, you really should have a check of it, have a look around, because it's quite an impressive scale. So I'll just wander over to the server market area here. It's getting to be night time. Quick fly up here. So here we go. This is going to be the server market area, so people are going to be able to have shops here and sell items, trade items and all that sort of stuff. So again, very nice area. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for Spawn Town. There's not a lot of functionality here at the moment, but it's very nice decoration and a lot of detail in these builds, which I really do appreciate. So, on this server there's no warping, there's no set home, there's nothing commands based. It is a purely vanilla experience in terms of how it operates. In order to get from Spawn Town to your home, or wherever your home's going to be, you would basically just walk out into the world, find yourself a spot and just do the usual Minecraft thing. But once you've got yourself established, you can get linked up to a central hub for fast travel back and forward to the spawn. So this is the central hub. Let me just check my jetpack. Still got some jetpack there, that's fine. So we'll head in here. This takes us into the Nether, as you might expect. Here we are. So here we are in the Nether hub. So basically what we have here is 2 levels. The second level there's nothing on quite yet, so it's just the first level because again, a fairly new server, so still filling up with people. So 1 track in each direction. This is built in basically the roof of the Nether. You can take a minecart along if you wish to, once you've obviously got your home, and along these tracks is people's basically entries into their own portal, into their own area. So I'm along the west one. Just head along there now. Hear the lovely sounds of the Nether, ghasts and everything. Yeah, bit of a walk here. I'm a couple of thousand blocks outside of spawn to where my base is. And here we are. So you basically have these doors, which are only accessible by me and people that I allow to access them. That's my sign just saying that this is my portal. So here's my portal. Just before we go back into the real world, just show you down this ladder here is basically your access way to the real part of the Nether. And here we are. So here's the Nether for me. Your standard Nether, bits and pieces. I've done a bit of exploration. There is a fortress just over that way. You can just see that in the distance there. So for nether brick and that sort of stuff, we can go there. There's also another nether fortress which I've found, but I'm not going to share the location of at this stage. There's a couple of blaze spawners which I'll be trapping up, so we can get an easy supply of blaze rods at some point. And it was spawning quite a few wither skellies as well, so be useful for skelly heads once we get to that stage in the game, which might be a while in happening, but it's there if we need it. I also got my supply of nether wart from there as well. And yeah, over there in the distance you can see a waypoint for what I've called Slime Portal. So basically what that is an area that I found out in the overworld for slimes to spawn, because I've been having real problems trying to get slimes, and you need them for some of the stuff that I'm needing to do with machines. So I finally found some slimes, created a portal, waymarked it. Again, not going to share the exact location just now, but we'll get to that at some other stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back up this ladder, head through the nether portal, and I'll be back at, well, the start of my base. Back in a second. Okay, and here we are. So this is my little area of, well, stuff basically. we're out on a big island complex, so you can see on the minimap, let's make that larger. Basically this island extends just off to the right of where the minimap heads and just off to the bottom of where the minimap is, and it's a big island complex, totally isolated by water. So that's my little area. Not that I can stop anybody else from building here, of course. If they want to do that, they're technically allowed to, because I can only claim a certain area. At this stage I've basically just claimed from these borders here, just to protect the stuff that I have. So here's the netherwork growing that I collected from that nether fortress that I found. Some wheat, potatoes and carrots, which I've found along the way so far as well. Here's a friendly spider. Some things in Minecraft do not change. Over here, some rubber trees. As many people will know who've played Tekkit or other well, Tekkit basically, or Feed the Beast themselves. Rubber is a very important resource to have, so get yourself a few rubber trees and get those up and you have a good source of rubber. So that's what we've got there. A few cows that I've trapped over there, we'll be needing them for leather and for food for beef at some point as well. Down this little hole here is my starting workings. I'll come back to that in a second. Bit deeper down we've got a big mine shaft complex. I've only explored a very small part of it, so I'll get to that at some stage. And right down the bottom, actually do I have? Yes I do, perfect. Right down the bottom here is my branch mine that I started. So it goes a long ways that way, just the usual, do your branching mining like so. One thing to note about this server is that it does not have any of the standard automatic mining systems. So there's no quarries, there's no fillers, there's no miners, and there's a couple of other ones as well which are basically on the banned items list. So it's a very vanilla way of doing it. The guy who runs the server is against AFK mining or automated mining to some extent, so that's why those items are basically banned. So that's his choice, he runs the server, he makes the rules, I'm happy with those rules, so I choose to play here. So basically a big strip mine which we'll continue to expand and use to get all of our resources from. While I'm down here, I've been using this little pool as a good source of lava, like so, and we'll take that back upstairs. So nothing else down here at the moment, just a strip mine, a few lava pools, found a few diamonds, found a few bits and pieces. I'll head back up these stairs, which is very difficult with the jetpack on. I should probably make these proper stairs at some stage, and I'm sure I will do. Past the mine shaft. That's a little room for something, I'm sure I'll put something in there at some stage, likewise something in there. There we go, so here's my bed. So basically once you've found yourself a home, you want to set yourself into bed straight away. Reason being for that is that if you die, instead of going back to spawn and having to walk all the way, you'll just come back here, back to your home, into your bed. So that's a very important thing to do early on. I have a bunch of rubbish messed around all over the place at the moment. So, yep, and yep, some nether supplies that I found there, some ores which I haven't cooked up yet, my sapling collection, armor chest, wood chest, and random stuff. So all of this is still to get organised. This is the very humble beginnings stage of the proceedings. I've not done very much at all at the moment. So final thing what I'll do is I'll talk to you about the small machines that I've got set up here at the moment. Give us 2 seconds and we'll do that. Okay, so the machines that I have so far. We'll start with this one here. So very basic setup. for what I've got so far, but I'll tell you what we have. So what we have here is a geothermal generator. So basically what this does is it creates power from lava, which is why I took those lava buckets from downstairs and you pop them into here. The front of the machine will light up to show it's producing power. Down here is an MFE, which is like basically a big battery box for the type of power that this produces. And you can see that it's getting power from the generator from up above, and that goes into the battery there basically. What we have here is a golden 2x insulated cable, and that goes into a low voltage converter. And that provides power to the extractor. What the extractor does is it takes the sticky resin that you get from the rubber trees. Let me just get some and show you. So what you do for the resin on the rubber trees is you take a tree tap and you right click and it spits out the resin at you. There we go. So we've done that there. That's gotten us 6 sticky resin. What you then do with that is you place it in the extractor, and that will slowly extract the resin using the power from here. So although this power is still going up because it's being generated by the lava, if there wasn't lava being generating power at the moment, then that would be going down because this is using power. So basically 1 sticky resin will extract to 3 rubber balls. And rubber is used in a lot of the wiring, such as this stuff here, and a lot of the items that you can create in the world as well use rubber. So that's all that does, is it basically triples your rubber output. So instead of getting 1 if you cooked it up in a normal furnace, you get 3 by using it in this thing. Simples. All the recipes for all this stuff are on what's called NEI. You basically type in the item that you want to look at the recipe for, so extractor, and there it is there. You click on it and it shows you what you need in order to make it. So very simple interface for the NEI, and I'm sure it's something that many people will be familiar with already as well. So that's all I've got on this side at the moment. Over here we have a pulverizer and we have a powered furnace. This is a steam engine. So all you do for this one is you give it a redstone signal to make sure it's on. You make sure that it's got water and you feed it some coal. Like so. And then what that will do is it'll start cooking up and it'll start creating steam in here. Once it starts heating up, you'll see there's the temperature going up. It's like watching paint dry. There we go. So it now creates steam, and because it's creating steam and it's a steam engine, that means the engine is now getting power. So it starts to create and output power. That power then goes into the pulverizer. If this was any space in it, it would go into here first. Because it's not got space, it will go into here. So you can see that's going up because it's getting power from the steam engine. These are conductive pipes, and you can see the blue line there. So that indicates that the energy is going along the pipes and into the machines there. So what these machines do is the pulverizer, that can actually go into there. The pulverizer, you put your ore in here. I'll demonstrate with a piece of copper. Put your ore in here, it pulverizes it and it makes it into 2 of the item. So it basically doubles your ores, and occasionally you'll also get a bonus item there as well. That then goes into the furnace, which is now cooking up. So instead of 1 copper ingot from that piece of ore that we got 2. It goes there, automatically into the furnace, which automatically cooks it up, and then automatically into the chest in there. This is basically where I've got my processed ingots at the moment. Yeah, so that's it. Leave that on for a second to get those refilled, and that is the beginnings of my little base on Feed the Beast. So What I'll be doing is pretty much what I've been doing with the other videos so far, just doing updates whenever I've got new stuff to show off and updating people on what exactly it is that I've done. I like my little island home. I'll develop a proper house and everything at some stage soon as well. But yeah, that's it for now. So take it easy, chaps and chapesses. Please like the video if you do enjoy it. Please subscribe so you can keep updated on more that I do. Hopefully I'll keep about the same schedule as I have done with other videos in the past. We'll see how it goes. Right now playing quite a lot of this and enjoying it. So with that I shall say goodbye. Have a good day.